Oh my God, they got angels sweating like helots, working their little halos to the bones, combing them deserts. My figure eight knotted lifeline, define traffic the way my schooling had innocently defined every day. One exquisite fit of crisis, rivets an octagon of red to the ceiling above my bed. It's not a conversation piece like public spectacles leash, more of a clue. So when I wake up to the reins, I'll be one step ahead of you. I slide like Kodachrome, wrote a poem for every planet, type their mileage from the sun on an envelope, licked it, stamped it. Got 8 thank yous in the mail, but 9 planets means there's one left. Only the earth will thank you later with a breathtaking sunset. Dip that waterfall around your skeleton, tell it to boil. Loyalty's the shovel in the soil. Dig it, I split my lip kiss in the winter, nursed a blister in the sun, strung a havoc between spring and where the willows turn to blood. Might a worm sip a little litter and love it without big beetles trying to sell them sunflower seeds by the bucket. Might a tugboat float a box cut above those ashes without hot air balloons floating their 4-passenger baskets. And I'm asking you, let a captive lacerated captions splash out massive, opposed to plastic glasses with famine patches. I identify raw saints linked around the fountain swamps, and for a second taste the pain when removing that crown of thorns. Anatropic, motley click Mercado, born hostile, pacifist huddled in subtle massacre, stamp the blame on Philo in England. My 5 escape overlooks Ghost Town Marketplace. Martyrs bought our passes, then fastened self to the target.
If I had a hammer, I'd build a city on stilts, so my feet would stay dry when God's wine glass tilts. If I had a shovel, I'd dig a hole in the dirt, and I'll be hiding when it's drunken stupor lands.
And if your little wing is broken, I'll see the poacher in hell. I can't afford another, and I burden soldier to sell. My carousel mimics the interests of 1,000 leaky spigots in a colony of crazers raised to justify their grimace.
Yes, I read the treatment.
I prescribe brevity, plus the premise is my pincushion. My limbs pushing the knitting needles, evil's idle pedal past the breeding where the sleepers feed the cycle stop. Watch the eagles board the little engine that could not. Ghost in the shell and it fell in my lap. Passing posted the bail, but the guard had misplaced the key ring.
Wonderful.
I lead a fleet of blazing axons directly into the village power supply, burning the bridge between the magnet and my eye. Now how many cadavers satisfy a madman, and how many crooked Samaritans turn Pleasantville to Badland? I can count my own dusty nickels with you laughing about. You'll turn my poor ass ebony and navy with king lashes.
You're right.
Grip your pointed stick and cite your riot. I'll sell your worth in a bottle, let profit explain my bias. Atomic box calls down with spiral rapidly, clash the hell with hate mail, forge Christ autograph, laugh at self-crafted catastrophe, biting my lips, skinny bone stringent, bitching on rancid baits, mummified well inside a muddy New York minute. Was it your remnants my smoke rings had cocooned prior to fading? Well, it wasn't conscious spite, but it might have been that.
I am not your friend anymore. My arrowhead deslocation when narrow bed sleepers occupy the basement. I am not your friend anymore. Come the dawning of cerulean, your pity blend.
Man, if it were only that simple, I'd add a gill-framed encore. I bored myself inside my room to trace the wilted contour. One pedal falls to the rug, she loves me not. Town crier, lugging a boombox with spirit plugs in a red radio flyer, tied to irony like 20 burning igloos with a sailor's knot. Fiddler crafts built sandcastles while hot tied off failure crops. In the icicle field I portray casket antsy and ask, why if every light is dark do I continue dancing? Why if every light is dark do I continue dancing? Why if every light is dark do I continue dancing? Why if every light is dark do I continue dancing?
Well, if it ain't finally a question that's worth answering.
I boogie for the raindrops, for the purity, the anchor, for my childhood recollections, for the comic book in my heart, the mocked intentions, the clarity, passion, seclusion, those cool summer nights, for the market merchant across the street selling me soap to that price, for the mites, the maybes, the nauseating pitfall, my girl, my friends, for the fact my window opens towards a brick wall, for the 3-legged dog I saw dragged on a leash, for the homeless man who walks my block in rainstorms with plastic bags on his feet. See, I throw away the 10 nerves over one shoulder and walk across broken glass through every wicked world to kiss tomorrow's morning. Not for nothing, you'll drown in a pool of your crooked morals, whispering maybe Aesop rock was on or something. Maybe.